Tonight, under the city lights, one question will change everything. But will love survive the test of truth and vulnerability? Welcome back, my wonderful family and friends. If you're tuned in and ready to dive into today's story, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and drop a comment letting me know where you're watching from. Tomorrow, I'll be bringing you another exciting story you definitely don't want to miss. So, let's get started. Amara stepped onto the rooftop garden, her heels clicking softly against the polished stone. The city lights below glimmered like a sea of stars. Her heart felt heavy, yet expectant. She wasn't sure why. She had anticipated a quiet evening with Lucius, but there was something in the air, an electricity that made her pulse quicken. Lucius stood near a table adorned with hundreds of tiny candles. The soft glow reflected in his eyes, making him look impossibly human, impossibly real. "Amara," he said softly, almost a whisper. "Thank you for coming." Amara smiled, nerves fluttering. "I wouldn't miss this." He gestured toward the table, where a delicate bouquet rested beside a small, elegantly wrapped box. "I know life's been complicated. I just wanted tonight to be simple. Just us." She laughed softly. "Simple? You've never done anything simple your entire life." He smirked, though a flicker of vulnerability passed across his eyes. "I want this to be different. I want to do it right." For a few silent moments, they watched the city below, the distant hum of traffic a comforting rhythm. The wind carried the faint scent of roses from nearby planters. Then Lucius stepped closer, taking her hand. His grip was firm, yet gentle. "Amara, there's something I need to tell you. Something I've been meaning to say for a long time." Her stomach fluttered. She had imagined this moment countless times, but reality was sharper, more immediate. He pulled out the small box and opened it slowly. The soft candlelight reflected off the ring inside, and Amara gasped, her hand flying to her mouth. "I've loved you," he began, voice low and trembling slightly. "Through every laugh, every fight, every mistake. I've loved you. I want to spend the rest of my life proving that love to you." Her chest tightened. Words failed her. Could someone see her completely and love her without hesitation? Lucius knelt. The city seemed to pause, the lights shimmering like a heartbeat. "Amara, will you marry me?" Tears blurred her vision. The overwhelming joy, fear, and disbelief collided in her chest. Could this really be happening? Suddenly, her phone buzzed. An unexpected text from someone in her past. Heart racing, Amara glanced at Lucius, unsure how to respond. He noticed immediately. "Everything okay?" She hesitated. "It's complicated." He squeezed her hands. "Whatever it is, we'll face it together. But right now, this moment is ours." The rooftop fell silent again. The wind played with her hair, the candles flickered, and Amara felt her heart pull toward him, torn between past fears and present promise. Amara's phone buzzed again. She read the message, her eyes widening in shock. "I need to see you. Urgent." Her heart pounded. Could her past ruin this perfect moment? What would you do if your past showed up during the most important moment of your life? Comment Bilo? The rooftop was silent except for the soft whisper of the wind and the distant hum of the city. Amara stared at the message again, the words blinking on her phone like a warning light. "We need to talk. It's about your family." Her fingers trembled. Lucius noticed immediately, concern etching across his face. "Amara, what is it?" he asked gently, brushing a stray hair behind her ear. She swallowed hard, hesitating. The last thing she wanted was to shatter this perfect moment, but the message wasn't something she could ignore. "It's someone from my past," she admitted, her voice trembling. "They say it's urgent. I don't know what to do." Lucius's jaw tightened, not in anger, but in protective tension. "Do you need to go?" She shook her head. "I don't want to leave this, not now. Not like this." He stepped closer, his hands finding hers again. "Then we face it together. Whatever it is, we'll handle it. But first, I need you to hear me." Amara looked up at him, her heart pounding. "I'm listening." "I've loved you through everything," Lucius said. his voice low but unwavering. I've loved the woman you are, not the past you carry. I don't care about secrets, complications, or shadows that follow you. I want us. I want this moment. I want you. Her breath caught. Words weren't enough to express the ache in her chest. The longing, the fear, and the fragile hope all bundled together. But then a sound shattered the rooftop serenity. The soft rustle of heels on the stairs, deliberate and tense. Amara turned sharply. A woman stood at the edge of the rooftop, eyes sharp, expression unreadable. Erica, Amara whispered, her stomach twisting. The woman smirked. You didn't think you could escape your past, did you? Lucius stepped in front of Amara, protective, shielding her. Who is she? She's someone from your life, Erica said, ignoring Lucius. Someone who remembers everything. Everything you thought you could hide. Amara's heart raced. Memories she had tried to bury surfaced. Mistakes, regrets, promises broken. And now, in the middle of what was supposed to be the happiest moment of her life, the past was here, threatening to unravel everything. Lucius's eyes darkened, but he held his ground. We deal with this together. Now step back. Erica's smirk widened. Oh, I intend to. But the question is, can you really protect her from herself? Amara felt a pang of fear. The rooftop, the candles, the proposal. They all felt fragile now, like glass ready to shatter. She turned to Lucius, voice barely above a whisper. What if this ruins everything? He cupped her face, forcing her to meet his gaze. Nothing can ruin us, Amara. Not her, not the past, not anything. But you have to trust me. Trust me with everything. A sudden gust of wind blew across the rooftop, snuffing some of the candles. The shadows danced on their faces, the city lights below flickering like a heartbeat. Erica took a step closer, her presence a dark weight in the bright, romantic space. Amara gritted her teeth. She wanted to fight. She wanted to run. But more than anything, she wanted to believe in the love standing before her. Lucius squeezed her hand. Whatever happens, we face it together. Amara nodded, a silent vow passing between them. Then Erica's phone buzzed. She glanced at it, eyes narrowing. Interesting. She looked back at Amara. Seems your little fairy tale might be over before it even begins. Amara's chest tightened. Erica had arrived with more than words. She carried secrets that could shatter everything. And as the rooftop grew colder, Amara realized the choice she'd thought was simple love might not be hers to make alone. What do you think Erica knows? Will Amara accept Lucius's love, or will the past tear them apart? Comment your theories below. The morning light streamed weakly through the curtains of Amara's apartment. She sat at the edge of her bed, her phone clutched tightly in her hands, rereading Erica's words from last night. You can't hide forever. Your choices have consequences. Her heart pounded. She didn't want confrontation, but Erica had forced the past into the present. And Lucius deserved honesty. A knock on the door made her jump. Lucius's silhouette filled the frame, his eyes soft but intense. Morning, he said quietly, stepping inside without waiting for an invitation. Lucius, I don't know what to do, she confessed, voice shaking. She's part of my past. Something I thought I could leave behind. He sat beside her, brushing a strand of hair from her face. Amara, your past doesn't scare me. It's part of who you are. But I need you to be honest. Not just with me, but with yourself. Secrets have a way of catching up. Her chest tightened. It's complicated. I made mistakes, choices I regret. Erica. She has proof of things I don't want anyone to know. Lucius's jaw clenched, but he kept his voice calm. Then we deal with it together. Whatever she brings, we face it. I'm not walking away, Amara. Not now, not ever. Amara felt a flicker of hope, but it was fragile. Erica's presence loomed over everything, a shadow threatening to consume the moment. The elevator bell rang downstairs. Lucius's eyes narrowed. That's her. Amara's stomach twisted. She wasn't ready, but she knew there was no avoiding it. Lucius opened the door just as Erica stepped into the apartment, her eyes sharp, calculating. "Good morning," she said, her tone icy. "I see you've met the consequences of your choices." Amara took a step back. "Erica, please, this isn't necessary." Erica smirked. "Necessary? Oh, it's very necessary. You've built something beautiful here, but beauty is fragile. And I'm very good at breaking things." Lucius's hand found Amara's, squeezing it reassuringly. "We're not afraid of you." Erica's gaze flicked between them. "Afraid? No, I'm not afraid. I'm intrigued. Because real love is complicated. And sometimes, the truth hurts more than lies ever could." She pulled out a folder from her bag and tossed it onto the coffee table. Papers spilled across the surface. Photographs, emails, and documents. "Your little fairy tale isn't as perfect as you think. And if you want this, you have to face what's hidden. All of it." Amara's eyes widened. Her secrets, the mistakes, the regrets. Lucius had seen some of her heart, but not this. Not the full story. Lucius's eyes met hers, steady and unwavering. "Whatever it is, we'll handle it. Together." Erica's lips curled into a sly smile. "Together, huh? That's cute. But will it last once the world sees what's in these papers?" A cold silence filled the room. Amara's pulse thundered. The past she had tried to escape was now bleeding into her present. And her heart, the heart she had given to Lucius, was on the line. She looked at him, fear and longing warring inside her. "Lucius, what if she's right? What if this changes everything?" He shook his head. "Then we fight for it. For us, nothing else matters." Erica's phone buzzed. She glanced at it and then at Amara. "Time's running out. You'll have to decide soon. Love or safety, heart or money. And don't think the choice will be easy." Amara's stomach twisted. Her eyes filled with tears. She had wanted a simple love, a heartfelt proposal, a future with Lucius. But now, the truth, the past, Erica's interference. It all threatened to shatter the dream before it could even begin. She glanced at Lucius. His unwavering gaze reminded her why she had fallen in love. But Erica's smirk reminded her that the world was rarely fair. The room was heavy with unspoken words, tension, and fear. Every breath felt like a countdown. Then, as if on cue, Erica leaned closer, her voice soft but chilling. "Tick-tock, Amara. Choices have consequences. And some choices can't be undone." Amara's hands shook as she realized the weight of the decision she now faced. Love, trust, the future, and Erica's shadow looming over everything. Could her heart survive the storm? What do you think Amara should do? Will she trust Lucius or let the past control her future? Comment Bilo? The afternoon sun dipped low, casting amber light across the city skyline. Amara sat in her living room, clutching the folder Erica had left on the coffee table. Lucius paced back and forth, the weight of the moment pressing down like an invisible hand. "I can't just ignore it," Amara said finally, voice trembling. "Everything Erica showed me. It's a part of my life I thought I buried." Lucius stopped, his hand brushing against hers. "Then we face it. Together." Before she could answer, the apartment door buzzed. Erica's voice came over the intercom. "I'm not leaving until you've read everything. And you've both agreed to meet me tonight." Amara's eyes widened. "Tonight? We can't. We have no choice," Lucius interrupted. "If we wait, she'll control the narrative. We go now together. No running. No hiding." Reluctantly, Amara grabbed her coat. The ride to Erica's penthouse was silent, the city lights flickering past like tiny stars in a dark ocean. Every stoplight, every honking horn, felt amplified in her chest. When they arrived, Erica opened the door immediately. The penthouse was vast, opulent, and cold. Lucius kept his hand on Amara's lower back, guiding her as though to protect her from the intimidating space. "Sit," Erica commanded, gesturing toward a sleek leather sofa. She remained standing, the perfect image of poised dominance. Amara and Lucius sat close together, almost instinctively. Erica began placing documents, photographs, and notes across the glass table. Every page told a story, pieces of Amara's past laid bare. Lucius leaned toward her. I know it's overwhelming, but you're not alone. Look at me. She met his gaze, finding comfort in his steady, unwavering eyes. He had never judged her for her mistakes, never shamed her for her past. But Erica thrived on that chaos. Erica's voice cut through the tension. Do you see now? Your world isn't as simple as you think. Amara. Choices have consequences. Wealth, status, love. They all collide, and not everyone survives the crash. Amara's throat tightened. The documents weren't just old mistakes. They were evidence, proof of vulnerabilities, secrets that could ruin her reputation. Lucius whispered, We survive it together. We fight for this, us, whatever it takes. Amara nodded, her courage growing. Then we face it. All of it. Erica smirked. Good. I was hoping you'd say that. She picked up a photograph, holding it between them. It was of Amara with someone from her past, a moment long buried, a secret she had never shared with anyone. Erica's eyes gleamed. This is the kind of thing people would pay to know. And now, it's all here. Amara felt a surge of anger. Not at Erica, not even at the past, but at the fear trying to clutch her heart. Lucius's hand covered hers, grounding her. You're not letting this control you, he said firmly. I'm not letting this control us. The room fell silent, the only sound the faint hum of the city below. Erica's lips curved into a knowing smile. Oh, you have no idea what's coming next. And if you think this is about your past, think again. The truth has layers, and I've only just begun. Amara swallowed hard, her pulse racing. She glanced at Lucius, seeing the same determination mirrored in his eyes. Whatever Erica threw at them, they would face it. Together. Suddenly, the lights flickered. The penthouse seemed to grow colder, more menacing. Erica stepped back, revealing a figure in the shadows. A new player. Someone unknown. Someone dangerous. Lucius stiffened. Who is that? Erica's smile widened. Consider this an introduction to the consequences of love, trust, and secrets. Amara's heart pounded as the figure stepped forward. The tension was suffocating. The stakes had just escalated. The shadowed figure moved closer, their intentions unclear, their presence threatening. Amara and Lucius were trapped, forced into a room filled with secrets, wealth, and danger. Could their love survive this new threat? What do you think this mysterious figure wants? Will they tear Amara and Lucius apart, or bring a shocking truth? Comment your predictions below. The shadowed figure stepped fully into the light. Erica's carefully controlled composure faltered for a moment. Amara's breath caught. The stranger wasn't a stranger at all. It was someone from Lucius's past, someone who knew every corner of his hidden world. I told you, Erica said, almost smug. The truth has layers. Lucius's jaw tightened. How did you get in here? He demanded, stepping protectively in front of Amara. The figure's lips curled into a smile. Let's just say, some truths were meant to resurface. And some mistakes, well, they're hard to forget. Amara's hands trembled. Secrets she hadn't even known existed were now pressing into her chest like a vice. Lucius turned to her, gripping her hand. Whatever this is, we face it together. Erica tilted her head, studying Amara like a predator evaluating prey. Oh, I like that, she said softly. But let's see if your love can survive what comes next. The stranger pulled out a tablet, and Erica tapped a few keys. A screen flickered to life, displaying images and files, proof of Lucius's previous business dealings, his most vulnerable moments, his mistakes. The room was suddenly saturated with the weight of secrets, a pressure Amara could almost physically feel. Lucius's eyes narrowed. This doesn't change us, he said firmly. Nothing you show her, no document, no image, can undo what we've built. Amara shook her head, fighting back tears. It's not just about us. It's everything. His world, my world, all of it colliding at once. Erica leaned back, a twisted smile on her lips. Exactly. It's a collision, and collisions are messy. Some survive. Some don't. Amara swallowed hard, forcing her gaze to meet Lucius's. I trust you, she whispered. But this is terrifying. Lucius cupped her face. I know, and I'll never let anything happen to you. Not Erica. Not this. Not anyone. The stranger spoke again, voice calm but sharp. Lucius, your past isn't just shadows anymore. People are watching, evaluating, waiting. And now she's involved. She's in the crossfire. Amara's pulse raced. She had known love could be messy. She had known wealth and influence came with complications. But this was far beyond what she had imagined. Erica's smirk widened. See? Love, secrets, danger. It all makes for such a delicate balance. Who knows how it will end? The tension in the room was palpable. Every breath a countdown. Amara clung to Lucius, feeling both fear and determination surge through her. Whatever Erica threw at them, she knew they couldn't back down. Not now. Lucius's voice was low, fierce. Erica, if your goal is to break us, you're mistaken. We'll face everything. Your schemes, your manipulations, your secrets. Together. Erica's eyes glinted with challenge. We'll see, won't we? Suddenly, the lights flickered. The air seemed to thrum with electricity. Amara's heart jumped into her throat. Lucius tightened his grip on her hand, anchoring them both. Then, a loud crash echoed from the balcony. The stranger spun toward the sound. Erica froze, and Amara instinctively stepped behind Lucius. A shadowed figure had arrived outside, someone neither of them recognized. The night air was thick with menace, and every instinct screamed danger. Lucius whispered to Amara, "Stay behind me. Whatever happens, don't move." Amara nodded, gripping him tighter. Fear and adrenaline intertwined in her veins. The stranger outside moved closer, and Erica's smirk finally faltered, replaced by a flash of unease. The balance of power was shifting, and no one knew how it would land. A figure emerged from the darkness of the balcony, silhouetted against the city lights. Erica's eyes widened, Lucius's jaw tightened, and Amara's breath hitched. The last words whispered in the room. So, the game begins. What do you think the new figure wants? Will they help or harm Lucius and Amara? Comment your predictions and don't forget to subscribe to Philia Heart. The night air outside the penthouse balcony was crisp, carrying the faint hum of the city below. Inside, the tension still lingered like smoke from a long-extinguished fire. Amara leaned against Lucius, feeling the steady rhythm of his heartbeat under her ear. It was grounding. They had survived Erica's manipulations, the intrusion of a mysterious figure, and the weight of secrets being thrown into the open. But now, in this moment of fragile calm, the walls between them began to dissolve. I can't believe how much my life has changed in the past 24 hours. Amara whispered, her voice trembling with exhaustion and relief. Lucius turned slightly, brushing a strand of hair from her face. I know, he murmured, but you held on. You didn't let fear drive you away, and that means more to me than I can say. Amara's eyes filled with tears she refused to shed earlier. I didn't know if I could trust anyone in your world, but you've proven that it's not all danger and betrayal. There's truth here, too. There's you. He swallowed hard, a raw intensity in his gaze. I've never felt this complete before. With you, everything that scared me seems smaller. The threats, the pressure, they're still there, but somehow I can face them because I have you. Amara's hand found his, their fingers intertwining. The contact was simple, yet it sent waves of warmth through her chest. The closeness, the shared vulnerability was intoxicating. I'm scared, she admitted softly. Not of you, but of losing you. And yet, I've never wanted something more. Lucius pressed his forehead against hers, voice barely above a whisper. We'll protect this. Whatever comes, I promise. I'll never let anyone or anything take this from us. Amara felt a tear slide down her cheek, and Lucius brushed it away with his thumb. See? This is us, he said gently. Messy, complicated, but real. and real is worth fighting for. The electricity of their connection was almost tangible. Every glance, every brush of skin, every shared breath deepened the fragile bond forming between them. Despite the lingering threats outside the penthouse, inside this moment there was safety. There was trust. There was love beginning to bloom, even in the shadows. Lucius leaned back slightly, his hand still holding hers. "Tell me something true," he said, his eyes searching hers. Amara took a deep breath. I don't know what the future holds, but I know that right now I want this. I want you. All of you." His lips curved into a slow, reverent smile. "Then we take it one step at a time. Together. No secrets, no pretenses." They sat in silence, letting the quiet wrap around them, letting the tension ease, letting the bond solidify. And for a fleeting moment, the world outside, threats, secrets, danger, ceased to exist. But even in this calm, the knowledge of Erica's interference, the mysterious figure on the balcony, and the pressures of Lucius's world lingered. They were safe for now, but safety was fragile, and they both knew it. As the first rays of dawn began to creep through the penthouse windows, Amara rested her head against Lucius's chest. "Promise me one thing," she murmured. "Anything," he replied. "Promise me we face everything together, no matter what comes, even if it's scary." Lucius tightened his hold on her hand. "I promise. Always." And in that promise they found hope. Hope that love could survive secrets, wealth, and danger. Hope that the bond they were forging could withstand the world outside. The phone on the counter vibrated violently, making both of them jump. Lucius picked it up, his face draining of color. The message preview made his jaw tighten. "You think you can hide? You're both targets. Next time, it won't be a warning." Amara's hand gripped his arm. "Who is it?" Lucius swallowed hard. "Someone who doesn't want us together. Someone who will stop at nothing." "What do you think the warning means? Will Lucius and Amara survive the next threat? Comment your theories and make sure to subscribe to Philia Heart. The penthouse was quiet, too quiet. The city lights outside seemed distant, almost unreal, as if the world had been reduced to the space between them. Lucius's phone buzzed again. Another message. Another threat. Amara could feel the tension curling in the pit of her stomach. She hated this world she'd been pulled into. The danger. The secrets. The constant reminders that love here was a luxury and a risk. "Lucius," her voice trembled. All of this is too much. I can't." "I know," he said, his tone rough with frustration. "I know it's hard, but you have to trust me. You have to trust us." Amara shook her head, stepping back. "I did trust you. I thought we had something real, something safe. And now I don't know what to believe anymore. There's danger everywhere. Threats, messages, people I don't even know. How am I supposed to feel safe when your life is a minefield?" Lucius's jaw tightened. "I've been trying to protect you, Amara. Do you think I wanted any of this to happen? You didn't tell me everything," she snapped, tears welling in her eyes. "I found out more than I should have on my own. You can't keep me in the dark and expect me to be okay with it." The penthouse suddenly felt smaller, suffocating. Even the soft hum of the city outside sounded like a warning. Their hands, which had moments ago held hope, now hung limply at their sides. Lucius ran his hands through his hair, pacing a few steps. I didn't want to drag you into this world. I thought I could keep you safe, keep you away from all the chaos, but it backfired." Amara interrupted, her voice breaking. "You didn't just fail, Lucius. You broke me. I feel like everything I thought we had, everything I trusted, is slipping away. And I don't know if I can hold on anymore." He stopped pacing, his gaze meeting hers. Pain flickered across his face. Real, raw, and unguarded. "Amara, don't let this be the end. Please, don't walk away now. I need you." But her eyes were fierce, defiant. "You've already made the choice for me. You brought me into this, and now I have to choose whether to stay or to save myself." A heavy silence fell. The only sound was the faint click of the city below and their own uneven breathing. Their connection, which had been fragilely healing, now hung by a thread. Then, the sharp sound of a window shattering downstairs jolted them. A figure moved in the shadows, and instinctively Lucius grabbed Amara, pulling her behind the couch. "Stay down," he hissed. Amara's heart raced. Fear twisted through her chest, sharper than anger or frustration. She clutched Lucius's arm, but even that felt hollow compared to the betrayal she felt earlier. She wasn't sure if the adrenaline of danger or the emotional collapse would win. The intruder's footsteps echoed across the polished floors. Lucius peeked around the couch, tension coiling his muscles like a spring. "Who are you?" he demanded. Silence. Then a voice, cold, smooth, taunting, cut through the air. "So, this is the famous Lucius and his little girlfriend. I always wondered what you'd look like when you realized you were nothing without him." Amara froze. The words landed like icy daggers. She glanced at Lucius. His face hardened, his protective instincts flaring. But she also saw something else. Guilt, fear, and the truth that the danger surrounding them was bigger than she'd imagined. The intruder stepped into the dim light, face still obscured. They were powerful, confident, and unmistakably threatening. Amara's stomach lurched. The world she had been clinging to, the love she had believed in, it was slipping through her fingers. Lucius tightened his grip on her. "Amara, whatever happens, remember this. I'm not letting anything happen to you." Amara's eyes met his. There was love there, yes, but also a chasm of fear and doubt. Could she trust it anymore? Could she trust him? Could she trust herself? The intruder smiled cruelly. "Decide quickly, because this time, the choice isn't just yours." Amara's pulse thundered in her ears. Lucius's hand trembled slightly on hers. The moment stretched, thick with danger and emotion. Everything they had fought for, their trust, their bond, their fragile love, was now teetering on the edge of destruction. And just as the intruder raised a hand, the scene cut with a deafening click, the sound of something mechanical moving in the shadows. Amara's breath caught. Lucius tensed. Both of them froze, unsure what was about to happen next. Who is the intruder? What do they want? Will Lucius and Amara survive this night, or will the danger tear them apart forever? What do you think will happen next? Will their love survive this terrifying test, or is this the end? Comment your guesses below. The penthouse was silent, save for the faint hum of the city below. The intruder had paused, lurking in the shadows, giving Lucius and Amara only a sliver of time to act. Every heartbeat felt like a drum, echoing in Amara's chest, loud enough that she feared the world could hear her panic. Lucius pressed his hand to hers, grounding her. "Amara, I need you to listen. No matter what happens, you have to decide right now if you're staying with me. Not just because of the danger, but because of us. Because of everything we've shared." Amara's mind raced. Everything. The laughter, the late-night talks, the quiet moments when he had made her feel seen, and the moments of fear, betrayal, doubt, and secrets she hadn't signed up for. She began, then stopped. Her voice caught in her throat. Lucius took a cautious step closer, lowering his voice. "I know it's scary. I know this world isn't safe. But my heart, Amara, it's yours. I can't protect you from everything, but I can fight for you. I need to know if you'll let me." Amara looked at him, the weight of his words pressing into her chest. She could feel the warmth of his hand, the determination in his eyes, and the vulnerability that mirrored her own. Tears blurred her vision. I don't know if I can. I don't know if I can trust myself to survive this world. And I don't know if I can trust you, fully." Lucius's hand trembled slightly as he tightened his grip. "Then trust me enough to stay. That's all I'm asking. One step, one choice, one chance. Give me that, Amara." Her mind flashed to the intruder. Shadowy, dangerous, ready to strike. Every instinct screamed at her to run, to protect herself, to escape this chaos. But then she remembered the quiet moments with Lucius, the rare moments where life had felt simple and real, where love had felt like it could exist without fear. Amara took a deep breath. The room seemed to stretch infinitely around her, but in the middle of it only Lucius existed. "Okay," she whispered, her voice steady despite the fear. "I choose yes." Lucius's eyes softened. Relief and awe flickered across his face, but it was fleeting. "Amara, whatever happens, I won't let you go. I promise." The intruder took a step forward, breaking the fragile peace. Lucius didn't hesitate. He pulled Amara behind him, positioning himself between her and the threat. "Back off," he growled. A tense silence stretched. The intruder's shadowed figure shifted, and in that moment, Amara realized just how dangerous this world truly was. The decision to stay, her choice of love over fear, was now a test, and the stakes had never been higher. The intruder's voice cut through, dripping with menace. "Love won't save you now, Lucius. Not from me." Lucius's jaw tightened. He glanced at Amara. "Whatever happens, stay close. Don't let go." Amara swallowed hard. Her fingers intertwined with his, holding on not just for safety but for the love they had chosen to protect. Then suddenly the intruder lunged. Lucius reacted instinctively, shielding Amara. The movement was swift, precise, trained. Everything he had hidden, coming to life in defense of their fragile bond. Amara's heart hammered. Fear, adrenaline, and love collided in her chest. Every second stretched, every movement critical. Their future, their trust, their choice to stay together, all depended on what happened in the next moments. The intruder paused, almost as if recognizing the bond between them. Then, a masked laugh echoed through the penthouse. "You really think love can protect you from everything, don't you?" Lucius's eyes darkened. "Try me." The confrontation teetered on the edge of violence, but there was a strange moment of recognition. The intruder didn't strike immediately. It was a standoff, and the choice Amara had made was about to be tested in ways she couldn't predict. Her heart raced, and in that silence, she felt something she hadn't allowed herself to feel in weeks. Hope. Love had won her decision. Now it would have to survive the chaos around them. Will Lucius and Amara survive the intruder's attack? Will the world of danger tear apart the love they just chose? Or will their bond hold strong in the face of threats? What would you do in Amara's shoes? Would you risk everything for love, or run to safety? Comment your thoughts and make sure to subscribe to Philia Heart. Act 9 will reveal the heart-stopping resolution. The penthouse was tense, shadows stretching across the walls like dark fingers. Lucius and Amara stood side by side, fingers intertwined, hearts racing in unison. The intruder's presence was a tangible weight pressing against them. But unlike before, fear was now tempered with resolve. Lucius's gaze never left Amara. "Whatever happens, stay close," he whispered. She nodded, squeezing his hand in silent agreement. This wasn't just survival. It was the culmination of their choice, the test of love they had vowed to protect. The intruder advanced slowly, steps deliberate, each one echoing through the penthouse. Amara's pulse pounded, yet there was a strange calm in the terror. She had chosen love, and now she felt the courage to face the chaos with Lucius. Suddenly, the intruder lunged. Lucius moved faster than thought, blocking the attack. The intruder's mask slipped in the struggle, revealing a familiar face. One of Landon's former business rivals, a man who had coveted his empire for years. Rage and relief collided in Lucius's eyes. "You," Lucius growled. "I should have known your jealousy would stop at nothing." The man sneered. "You think your love story will save you? This world doesn't work like that." Lucius tightened his grip on Amara's hand and whispered, "Together, we're stronger." With precision and strength, Lucius defended them both, disarming the intruder without a fatal blow. The man fled, disappearing into the city night, leaving chaos behind. But the immediate danger had passed. Amara's knees nearly buckled from adrenaline, but Lucius caught her in a strong embrace. "Are you okay?" he asked, his voice low, trembling slightly with relief. Amara nodded, tears streaming down her cheeks. A mixture of fear, exhilaration, and overwhelming love. "I am," As long as you're here. Lucius pressed his forehead against hers. I promised you honesty, love, and protection. I'll keep that promise always. The city lights reflected in the floor-to-ceiling windows, shimmering like 1,000 tiny stars. It was beautiful, but more importantly, it symbolized the clarity that had emerged from the chaos. Love, choice, and trust had triumphed. Lucius led Amara to the center of the room. He knelt gracefully, not as a dramatic gesture, but as a sincere act of devotion. Amara, he began, voice steady and filled with emotion. You've chosen me in a world that could have easily torn us apart. I don't want a single moment without you by my side. Will you marry me? Amara's breath hitched. She saw vulnerability, hope, and undeniable love shining in his eyes. Every hardship, every danger, every sleepless night had led to this moment. She smiled through tears. Yes, she whispered, her voice breaking yet radiant. Yes, I will. Lucius rose, slipping a delicate, elegant ring onto her finger. The gesture was simple yet monumental. A symbol not of wealth or power, but of commitment, trust, and the love they had fought to protect. They embraced, holding each other as the city lights sparkled around them. The penthouse, once a stage of fear and uncertainty, now radiated warmth, security, and hope. For the first time in months, everything felt right. Amara laughed softly, a sound that carried both relief and joy. I can't believe we made it, she said. Lucius smiled, brushing a strand of hair from her face. We made it because we chose each other. Nothing else matters. In that moment, all secrets, fears, and dangers seemed distant. Love had won, and they had chosen it bravely, fully, and without hesitation. The camera pans out, in cinematic YouTube terms, to show the cityscape outside, the skyline twinkling under the night sky, reflecting the promise of new beginnings. The world was vast, dangerous, unpredictable, but together, Lucius and Amara could face it all. Though the immediate threat had passed, a subtle tension remained. The city was vast, and wealth and power always came with hidden enemies. Yet in that quiet moment, love had the upper hand. The story echoes the earlier act's danger and secrecy, but transforms it into hope and commitment, bringing emotional closure. Do you think Lucius and Amara's love will truly withstand the challenges ahead? Share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to Philia Heart for more billionaire love stories and epic resolutions. Encourage viewers to comment on whether they would choose love over fear and hint at more billionaire romance stories coming on Philia Heart. Thank you so much for watching my story all the way to the end. Your support means everything. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and drop a comment below. I'd love to hear your thoughts.